Alright guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another Ironman video. We've got episode 10 here today. It's a little bit crazy, but we better pick things up where we left off, of course, otherwise it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So, I've actually got a Slayer task for Fire Giants here. It might just be like a massive coincidence that I've just been here heaps, but I actually did get a Slayer task, and I think we've got 155 of these bad boys to go. So, instead of meleeing them or anything, I wanted to range them. There's not a lot of opportunities I'm going to get to train range effectively, and I think Full Void on Fire Giants is pretty damn nice, and essentially what I want to do is get 70 range and then use chins from there on forth. So obviously I need to get there first and then, you know, go from chins from there, but I think Full Void is going to be a decent way to train, and getting some Slayer experience along the way, I mean, that's going to be sick. So it wasn't long before there was a small montage of level ups that occurred, so that was pretty good. And there is 50 range, so now it is time to get the upgraded accumulator and actually get my snakeskin boots out of the bank. There we go, 56 range, so I've been here for ages, but that's sick. Well, rest in peace, young man. You fought valiantly, but the Fire Giants just got the better of him. And yeah, so I've been training at Fire Giants for ages right now, and I've got 4 Fire Giant tasks in the last 7 or so. So I've trained 43 to 57 range after I got my Void, so it's been a bit of a grind, I've got to admit, but I've enjoyed it so far. But I think that is enough grinding for today, and I think we'll pick up from where we left off tomorrow. So on to the next clip, I guess. So knocking out 2 pretty nice things here. Getting 58 range is always good, but one thing I got this Slayer task was 55 Slayer. Essentially what I can do now, I can unlock the broad bolts, the Slayer staff, and another piece of content that I don't want to talk about, the leaf-bladed weapons. But yeah, that is a bridge that I'm not yet to cross, so I'll keep it in the pants for now. But broad bolts is going to be a very good addition to my account. I just need the crossbow and 61 range to be able to use them, I suppose. Cheeky little jelly dropping me a rune full helm. So that's actually my first rune full helm for the game. Amazing. So sexy. Okay, so that 2 health task is complete. That's 26 done and 10 points received. So with that, unfortunately, I did not receive a leaf-bladed sword. So the grind will continue to happen until I get one. But anyway, I should move on. Okay, so we just achieved 67 attack. And the reason why that's significant, because of this bad boy here. 84 combat is done. 1 more level and we will unlock Neve. So that is going to be sweet. To get us started though, 18k to a defense level. I will definitely get this during this task, which is good. And 58 Slayers also coming along quite quickly. So it's only going to be a matter of time. The only thing that's got me fucking annoyed is that I need 40 farming or 37 with a boost to do the quest required for the Black Mask. So yeah, over the next few million years, I think I'll be working towards those requirements that unfortunately blindsided me. So yeah, I guess we'll be moving on with 85 combat first, and then inevitably doing the questing, etc. to get back onto that path to getting the Black Mask. So, I should pause this. 58 Slayers just been completed, which is good. We've now unlocked the ability to take down the cave horrors. The only problem I have now is that I have quest requirements that I currently don't have. So I'm going to go ahead and train these quests. I've never intended to say that in my life, but anyway, it's out in the open. But I need to get some requirements, get some quests done, and hopefully get a Black Mask as soon as I possibly can. But yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, and I don't know if I'm going to go straight into it from there. But anyway, regardless, 58 Slayers done, and let's move on to some other stuff. Alright, so at a bit of an intermission phase, we've just hit 50 smithing, and the reason why we've done that is for mithril daggers. No, I'm bullshitting you. What we need to do is get the requirements for the Black Mask, and one of them being 50 smithing, so we've just achieved that then, and I'm probably going to finish up the rest of the bars I have, and making a few darts, but Cabin Fever is it's kind of the thing that's on the plate next, and 50 smithing is now crossed out. I don't know where the farming comes into play, but apparently I need it. So that's at least one of the requirements down, and just a few more to go. I guess now will be the moment of truth to figure out if we actually made 10,000 darts. So what ended up happening, it's kind of embarrassing, but I started smithing my iron bars Little did I know that iron bolts aren't actually dart tips, so it looks like I've wasted a fair few of my potential darts on some unfinished bolts, which is unfortunate. And I'm going to be 490 short of getting 10k again. It's not too bad. I didn't exactly need 10,000, but it would have been nice to not screw up that monumentally. But with that being said, I think I better go ahead and fletch the rest of these because I don't know, I can't bear to see these anymore in my bank. I might even have to just drop them. It's so sad. But anyway, I'm going to get fletching these. So it's gonna be fairly reminiscent of the days where we did pest control and did our first 10k. So our next load are gonna be here in the medium boat, a little more advanced than last time, but we'll see where we can get from 43. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. So these are the final 30 darts, and if you were to guess the fletching level, we started at 43. We're now at 48. So we're actually really close to 49 fletching, which is sick. Those little freebie levels are always good to get. So that is what we got from 9.5k darts. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, I can pretty much make a lot of things. I've skipped a lot of phases due to these darts, so it's really good to have done. But I think I'm just going to finish this pest control game, and this is going to be the last thing I do for the day for sure, because it's been a long day. I think I got like 3 Slayer levels today, which is pretty sick. But yeah, it's on towards moving towards that black mask for tomorrow, and hopefully we can actually get that done. Alright, so in that last clip, a little bit tired. I didn't exactly go for the whole motivated sounding clip during there, but anyway, it was the end of the day. You can't blame me too much for that. But a new day has begun, and what I want to do today is get a bunch of quests out of the way and hopefully get myself towards getting the black mask, of course. But it isn't that simple. You can't just do cabin fever and be on my way. There's a few things I need to do to even have access to that quest. So I started things off strong, getting the giant dwarf quest out of the way. That allows me to start the quest, the giant dwarf, I think is what it's called. But yeah, finishing that gives you a bunch of farming experience. Also did a bunch of other quests that allowed me to access Garden of Tranquility. What I'm essentially doing today is questing that either involves giving me access to cabin fever or unlocking the farming requirement to get it, which of course for cabin fever is 40. Also, I was trying to kill some time for Garden of Tranquility. I thought I'd do a farm run, and I noticed this little bug. I chose, can you sell me something? And then went straight to, that's all thanks. I didn't know what was going on with that. Apparently that's a thing. But in the end, the final showdown happened. A tree grew, long story short. And I finished the Garden of Tranquility quest. So there's a few more I wanted to get done for the day. Zerga Flesh Eaters is also required. I don't know why, but it is, so I did that as well. And that gave me a little bit of experience. And in the end, I managed to top off that final bit of experience that I was missing at the Clan Wars Arena, finish off some potions. But I grabbed the bones that I got from Zerga Flesh Eaters, and I smashed them out. I want to kind of experiment how much experience I get per Ectofungus bone, but I also got the Troll Stronghold as well as Edgar's Ruse. This quest is insane for Herblar experience. I also got a few other miscellaneous levels whilst collecting Favor and 59 Magic whilst teleporting to Felidor. Okay, so I've got to admit, all these quests leading up to being able to do black masks has taken me a long time, and I've actually taken a break from it, but for the most part my farming is getting up there. I hated farming, I trained a few quests, and now it's 35. I've also got 2 willow trees that I planted before I went off last night, so hopefully I can harvest those and get a little bit closer. I also need to get my Big Arms, Big Adventure, whatever that dumb quest is called. I'll be getting that done today, and when that is finished, I think I shall be able to get very, very close to 40, if not 40. So the problem lies at is because I need to get 40, but the thing is, training farming on this account without quest XP rewards is going to be extremely difficult. So what I've been doing is I've been thieving at the master farmers in Draenor. As sad as it is, it's like the only place I know where to get seeds. I know you can steal them from the market or whatever you want to call it, but I kind of just got sick of it in general and went fishing for a bit. So I get the feeling I'll be doing that quite a lot because, to be honest, farming just isn't my forte at the moment. So I've also been doing a few herb runs, but as I said before, the problem lies again that herb seeds are pretty difficult to get. I have a lot of high level Slayer drops from Slayer, like high level seeds, i.e. 19 Snapdragons, and they just go down quite quickly. I also have a magic seed. I'm not too sure if you guys would have seen me get that, but I mean, it's a bit of a tease. It's okay, I suppose, but at the same time, it would have been nice if it was something I could use. But something that I could use, that I did use, and that I'm about to show you guys is I got 2 Willow Seeds. The reason why this is so good is, apart from the experience that I get from it, I need Willow branches to complete the quest, the Enlightened Journey. And that was going to be like quite an annoyance if I wasn't able to actually do that quest for a long time, because it also gives me 3,000 experience in the skill. So I think any difference between, you know, the experience and the quest reward that I get from my arm after I finish it, I think that if I do Enlightened Journey, that'll finally push me over. Even though I'm 35 farming, you can probably see I can do Rain Ores. Rain Ores, Jesus, that's bleak. Problem is, I don't exactly have Super Compost, so for now, I kind of just want to do Haralanders or Terramins, but since none of them are currently in the system, it looks like Marantil are just going to have to, you know, suffice it for now. But I'm really hoping that I can get the levels I need out of these fruit trees that I've planted. I think the first one in Longbridge, so I'm going to go ahead and skimp out and use the home teleport. So unfortunately, I'm doing a tree run, which is great, but the only problem I have is that I can't actually plant another tree down as I go along. I had 2 willow tree seeds. I got them from bird nests. I think I had 1, and then I had 6 bird nests in the bank, and I was kind of going to stockpile them, but then I realized how useless that is because they're so needed right now. But we're currently 253 from 36 farming. Let's see how much this can actually get us. So quite easily, we got the level, and I think our next tree will actually get us to 37, which is good. But I think if I use secateurs in this, you need to wait for branches to grow. Alright, we'll come back another day, let the willow tree just, you know, play its life out, however a willow tree does that. And I forgot errands. So the main thing I was waiting for is that I've actually set my target level via OS Buddy to 40. So as soon as I got some farming experience, that would have let me know from where I'm at currently how much I need till 40. So I've just found that out now, and the answer is 11.2k experience. So there's good news and bad news, but actually there's no good news. It's pretty much just bad news. The quest rewards I will receive from these 2 quests I plan on doing is 8,000. This leaves me with a remainder of 3.2k to get without quests. So that's actually quite difficult for me, at least, because if you look at this, I'm getting maybe 200 XP max, 100 to 200 XP per herb patch, and now that I'm going to start using Marantils, it's going to decline even further. But my saving grace is that, or hopefully my saving grace, is that I've planted an apple tree. I think I've planted 2 of them. And these are planted in Catherby and also the Gnome Stronghold. So after we make the distance there, I'm going to test if it's actually grown by now. I'll admit I did think I planted a tree in that patch, not going to lie. So one of these trees has paid protection. I'm not actually sure if I actually paid for both, but the bad answer is that the tree's nowhere near done. So I'm going to come back to these after I've probably done my quests. They might not even be done then, which is even sadder, but I'm going to go check my tree in Felidor before I forget. And if you guys can't tell, my voice is actually boned at the moment. I did an 11-hour live stream and my voice just has not recovered. So that is unfortunate. I'm not quite at the point where it's too bad. So hopefully it gets well soon. But 37 farming is sick. And from here, if I did Enlightened Journey, I really need to wait for these to grow, which is so unfortunate because that's I really kind of thought that I'd be able to cut the branches instantly, but I guess if I cut the branches more than once, I'm actually set for that quest. And as far as I know, I think getting those branches is going to be the most difficult part. I actually need to get U-logs as well to unlock the balloon method to Intrana to do law runes, but that's a little bit down the track, and I don't exactly need those to finish the quest, thankfully. I kind of forget the other log requirements, and I'm secretly hoping that I've got it covered in terms of woodcutting, because it's going to be a little bit sad if I have to get 60 woodcutting just to complete that quest. I don't mind 60 woodcutting, but I'd rather do it another day. Because quite honestly, this whole farming detour has taken enough time out of my grind on Slayer, which is bad enough as it is. So, with that being said, I thought we'd get a bit of a current status update with you guys, because a lot of these clips I record without voice and re-record it over, so it's kind of hard to get a live feel of what's going on in my RuneScape journey. So we're going to throw that in there. Hopefully you guys get a bit of a grip for what I'm going through at the moment. So 40 farming is the plan. Questing and farming is the means in which I choose to get it. So I'm going to go ahead, get stuck right into it, and hopefully we can get this done without too much time passed.